Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey guys, before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if you like the information, please hit that notification bell so that you will know when our upcoming videos will be posted. Let me just say that everyone is entitled to the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law. Greetings and salutations. This is Carolina Diamond bringing you a quick update on Mr. Michael Avenatti. We did have a quick discussion, or some people were giving updates during our chat last night. So I wanted to come back and just follow up with some more information on what actually happened with Michael Avenatti. Prosecutors alleged that Michael Avenatti laundered money and committed fraud to conceal $1 million from creditors and one of his ex-wives in newly filed court documents, according to the Los Angeles Times. Avenatti was hit with federal charges of extortion, fraud, embezzlement, and tax evasion in New York and California last March. The new documents filed in Santa Ana federal court also alleged that he hid $1 million, which he received in legal fees last April as part of a client settlement from his ex-wife, Lisa Story, and his former partner, Jason Frank, and the tax authorities. They allege that Avenatti received the $1 million cashier's check on April the 30th, when he owed Story about $2.5 million in child and spousal support, as well as $5 million to Frank and $2.2 million to William Parrish, a former client in Santa Barbara County. Let me stop right there. Michael Avenatti received a $1 million cashier's check on April the 30th. During this time, he owed his ex-wife $2.5 million in child and spousal support, as well as this money you owe to other people. But you owe this money, and you had so much slickness to say whenever someone else had to get locked up for being in arrears in their child support, and you owe $2.5 million in child and spousal support. And you know what? Let me keep on going. Let me just go ahead. For over a year and a half, the Fallons claim that Avenatti has brazenly attempted to defraud and conceal his assets from these creditors. Well, it's serious when they call the wife a creditor. That's what I'm talking about. Avenatti was arrested earlier this week on charges of bail violation. His bail was conditional upon him not violating any federal, state, or local laws before his trial. I guess Avenatti couldn't do that. Prosecutors said the alleged concealment of the $1 million payment would be in violation of federal wire and mail fraud laws, as well as federal laws against structuring bank withdrawals to conceal transactions from the government. So in the midst of Michael Avenatti trying to make sure that other people are being placed under the jail and making jokes and, trying to be funny by putting pictures and stuff out, saying that, the justice thing, y'all remember the picture? He had no idea that justice was going to actually be served. But let me move on. A New York judge on Wednesday rejected a bid by Avenatti to dismiss the extortion charges after he attempted to argue they were politically motivated based on his representation of Stormy Daniels. The judge went as far to say that Avenatti is being prosecuted for activities wholly unrelated to the political arena. It has nothing to do with Stormy Daniels. It has nothing to do with Trump. It's all about you, Mike. It's all about you. Don't blame that on me, bro. That's what he said. That's how I heard it in my voice anyway. So, here we go. Oh my goodness. Let's. A federal judge has revoked high-profile attorney Michael Avenatti's bail, ordering him to remain in custody as he faces multiple indictments in New York and Southern California. Oh, that sounds familiar. You mean to tell me he got multiple indictments in New York? Okay, let me move on. A day after Avenatti was taken into custody in downtown Los Angeles, U.S. District Judge James Selner, during a Wednesday hearing, like we said before, in the Orange County courthouse, ruled that there was enough probable cause to show that Avenatti may have broken the law while awaiting trial and poses a continuing danger to the community. Hot dog.
A danger to the community?
Before I go any further, let me say this.
I know you effing lying.
Although Michael Avenatti has made it a point to wish other people, I'm going to say death upon other people, and getting some type of enjoyment out of somebody else going through something, almost being picky about it, I'm not going to do that because that's doing things with malicious intent. But what I will say, Michael Avenatti, like all others, are innocent until proven guilty. So let's not forget that. But I'm going to repeat what this judge said. The U.S. District Judge James Selner ruled that there was enough probable cause to show that Avenatti may have broken the law while awaiting trial and poses a continuing danger to the community.
So he's a threat to everybody.
That thing hit different when it hit home. Now, I tell you, it hits different. Prosecutors, in a motion for an arrest warrant that was unsealed on Wednesday morning, alleged that Avenatti broke federal and state laws while he was released on bond by hiding that money. We talked about that before. Avenatti, dressed in a gray suit after spending the night in federal lockup, showed no emotions as the U.S. Marshals escorted him out of the courtroom. As the U.S. Marshals escorted him out of the courtroom. That's interesting. That is really interesting. And this is the guy that was planning on running for president. Very interesting. The judge orders federal officials to transport Mr. Avenatti to New York. Man, listen. He was ordered to be transported to New York, where he is expected to face trial next week for allegedly attempting to extort millions of dollars from Nike by threatening to expose payments by the company to college basketball recruits. Right? So he has this stuff happening in California, which includes embezzling $1.6 million from a client's trust account and providing false tax records to obtain $4.1 million in business loans from the bank. And then you have the other New York indictment where he was skimming money related to a book deal. I'm telling you. So up until Wednesday, Mr. Avenatti was free on bond. He was free to go and do whatever he wanted to do, free to go and take pictures with people, free to pick at Greenberg and put stuff out there. But as of today, he is now singing a different song. So, oh my goodness. But at the end of the day, what has happened is Michael Avenatti is ordered to remain in custody after alleged bail violations. That is it. So the fate that he was wishing on someone else actually ended up being his fate. The thing that I find ironic is that he ends up being transported to New York, the same place where someone else could have ended up being and was there for a short time. Hopefully it won't cross paths. That's interesting, right? That's why you can never do stuff with ill or malicious intent, because you never know how things are going to turn out. So, that's my update on Mr. Michael Avenatti. We will keep you posted. As I said before, in all situations, anyone that is dealing with any type of criminal or legal, let me say legal, let me not say criminal, with any type of legal accusations or anything of that nature, you're innocent until proven guilty. In this particular case, I'm choosing to report on this in this manner because of the way that Michael Avenatti has done things recently and the way that he has been handling things in the press with recent cases. So, you guys let me know what you think about what's going on with him right now. Whether or not you think there needs to be more in the news discussing what's going on right now. Whether or not it deserves more media attention. And, just drop your comments below and let me know. See you next time.